Sarvodaya, a Sanskrit term meaning progress for all, is the ethos of the India-UN Development Partnership Fund, a $150 million South-South financing mechanism established by the Government of India, supporting sustainable development projects in fellow developing countries. The fund is implemented jointly with the United Nations system. It favors first those furthest behind. A dedicated $50 million window within this fund supports southern members of the Commonwealth. Celebrating its third-year anniversary, the India-UN Development Partnership Fund has already approved 59 projects benefiting 48 countries and advancing all 17 SDGs. Key features of the fund include its emphasis on demand-driven, government-owned initiatives, a non-prescriptive and flexible funding scheme, and expeditious project approvals and delivery. India-UN Fund projects cover a range of areas of prime concern, including climate resilience, gender equality, renewable energy, maternal health, education, livelihoods, disaster recovery, and agricultural development, amongst others. For example, the fund enabled 7 Pacific Island countries to establish a joint climate early warning system to prevent groundwater salinity and assure a sustainable supply of drinking water. In Grenada, the fund built an early childhood development center to care for the children of low and moderate income households and enable young mothers to be active in the workforce.
This is very, very important for the people of Moncton. There are many children and many young mothers who would have gotten jobs or gotten training opportunities, but because they have young children and nowhere to put them, then that's a problem. So the fact that we have this new child development center, they now will be able to put their children in a safe home and go out to find a job or to find some of the training opportunities that is available that can help them to get a job in the future.
In Moldova, the national statistical system was revamped into an efficient, register-based and user-oriented platform, expanding data on gender to guide policies for greater equality. In Antigua and Barbuda, the fund rebuilt a hospital and a post office serving 96,000 inhabitants.
The hospital is very important to us here in Barbuda, given that it's the only medical institution that we have.
The post office is completed and is very valuable now for the community here in Barbuda.
In the Gambia, the fund addresses natural disasters caused due to climate change.
It is the impact of climate change on weather, and we've seen that temperatures are also rising. You see, from the 70s to date, temperatures are rising very high, and also there is a shift in the start of the rainy season. Now we used to experience late onset of rainy season.
An early warning system to prevent flood disasters was put in place, annually saving lives thanks to weather monitoring technologies and a system of trained responders. In Papua New Guinea, the fund built and equipped a center for excellence in information technology.
What we have found is that many of the courses or the programs that have been put in place to be run or offered through this center are very much needed in the day-to-day operations of our workforce, not just here in Papua New Guinea, but as I said, in other parts of the Pacific region as well.
I just like to thank the Indian government and the government, our PNG government in general, for establishing this, because I feel like it's really helpful to us young Papua New Guineans who really want to go into IT.
The India-UN Fund is already working with 13 United Nations agencies, funds and programs. The fund leverages the comparative advantage of the United Nations, its universal presence, cost-effective implementation, and wealth of sustainable development experience. The United Nations Office for South-South Cooperation serves as the Fund Manager and Board of Directors Secretariat for the Fund. India's leadership in South-South cooperation has been appreciated by all partners.
And the fund focus on supporting people in least developed countries, small island development states, and landlocked developing states reflects our ambition to reach those that are left furthest behind and to reach them first. Let me commend India once again for its leadership and solidarity, and I look forward to further engagement on this timely initiative.
I'm therefore delighted that India is demonstrating such strong leadership to helping others through the India-UN Development Partnership Fund. India's commitment is also very timely, as the world strives to advance the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.
The fund is an excellent example of South-South cooperation. Guyana has benefited from 2 projects under the fund, the most recent being the assistance we are receiving in responding to the COVID-19 pandemic.
UNFPA is a proud partner of Government of India and United Nations Office of South-South Cooperation in advancing population and development issues through a highly successful mechanism of India-UN Development Partnership Fund.
Recently, the India-UN Fund has rapidly responded to the COVID-19 emergency, staying true to India's tradition of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, or the world is one family. Overall, the Government of India has unconditionally provided medical supplies to over 120 countries. This includes 5 countries receiving financial support through the India-UN Fund. India's efforts in promoting sustainable development through the India-UN Development Partnership Fund will be an important contribution to the collective success of the Global South in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. On the occasion of its 3rd anniversary, the India-UN Development Partnership Fund congratulates its numerous partners, governments, communities, UN agencies, and COVID-19 first responders for their accomplishments.